welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Sorry I'm late, a couple hours late, but we got a little carried away on some lighting in here, and wanted to just keep going. So, kind of cool. Loving the new lighting. We're to here. I got to take that light down, but so here's what we're gonna do, guys. We got a bunch of parts laying around here. All of them need to be DA'd down, sanded down with 150 grit sandpaper so that I can prime them, okay? So we've got both sides of both doors, front bumper, rear fender, okay? Both sides. So lots of work to do. I got the DA sitting there. I'm gonna oil it up here in a second, and yeah, we're just gonna get to getting here. So if you're watching this, please like and subscribe. We got a lot of work to do. So the idea here is get these sanded down. Doesn't have to be crazy, and then they're ready to prime. And that's hopefully tomorrow morning. I doubt it'll be tonight. There's just a lot to sand, but we'll have everything ready to go. And then tomorrow we can epoxy, and maybe we'll epoxy on the live stream. Maybe that'll be a thing. So stay tuned for that. So this is what we got, guys. I'm gonna set y'all up over here. That's not gonna work. Just flippity chippity. Try to get to where you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. Alright. So what we're doing is we're gonna sand down the doors, the front bumper, and the passenger rear fender with 150 grit sandpaper for our 1958 Chevy Apache in preparation to epoxy prime them tomorrow, maybe even tonight. We'll see where we get. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna DA with 150 grit. I gotta fire up the compressor, so if it gets loud, I apologize. And yeah, we should be rocking and rolling. So let me fire it up, and we'll get rolling here, guys. I'm here, guys. Hey, what's up, buddy? We're DAing tonight. We're gonna do that door. That door you can't see. Front bumper, rear fender for the Apache. Get ready to prime them. Doing pretty good. Let's check out the lights. That's what made me late. There we go. You like that? You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know? What's up, guys? How's it going, all? Yeah. So here's where we're at here, guys. So front door. This is the passenger front door for the 1958 Chevy Apache that you guys know and love on the thumbnail and everything. I got to get these doors epoxy primed. The only way to do that is to DA them with 150. Okay. Yesterday, I hit them with OSPO metal conditioner. So let it sit overnight. Now I got to get all this shit off of there, right? And then we can epoxy prime it, wipe them down, prime it. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. I know it's probably not very exciting, but this is what we're doing because this is what we have to do. All right. So stay tuned for this. Yes. Hey, Ethan. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. off. It's a little harder than I thought it would be. A little bigger. But if you're just watching, it's the front passenger door to a 1958 Chevy Apache. Think tow mater, okay, from cars. So yesterday I metal conditioned it because it's bare metal with Ospo. I let it sit overnight and all day, which I probably should have took it off this morning. And now I'm sanding it off at 150 so that I can epoxy prime them white tonight or tomorrow. So we got this door, this front bumper, that rear fender. There's a ton of stuff to do. So we'll be on here for a little bit, guys. So I apologize I'm not talking, but there's a lot of work to do. So enjoy. I'll check in on the comments every once in a while as much as I can. Sorry about the air compressor, my God. But yeah, check out our lights. Holy shit, guys, it's amazing. I can actually see what I'm doing, and I've only got half of them in. It's a win. If you guys need lights for your house, these hexagonal ones from Amazon are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Easy to put up and super bright and look amazing. So really good stuff. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I think I need another piece here. I'm gonna switch out real quick. New piece of 150. Let's go to war. There we go. boys. So, 1958 Chevy Apache door. Tow-mater. This door. Trying to get the OSPO off of it with 150 grit GA in it so that I can epoxy prime them white tonight, tomorrow, whenever. It's a little bit of a bitch. So, yeah. But we're getting it. We are getting it. So, if you're watching this, please like and subscribe. And like and subscribe. And I'm just going to keep on rocking here. We do this every night, starting about 3 o'clock. I was a little late tonight. We do this. Basically, I bring you a ride as we build this truck here, me and my dad. So, see if you like it. Check out all the videos and all the other things that are out there. You might like them. So, all right, I'm going to get back to it. easier at this point. What's up, Black Mamba? Yeah, I probably should have sanded this shed off this morning. Yeah. Live and learn, right? So, now we're gonna do this and get it off of there. So we can at least say one door's done, and then we'll move on to the bumper and kind of go from there. Trying to get the paper off my DA. It's not happy. There we go. There we go. Progress. How you guys doing tonight? Where y'all from? We're in Spring Hill, Florida, which is it's about 40 minutes north of Tampa. That's where we're at. We're about 8 minutes from the water, give or take. All right, here we go. boys? I don't know if you can hear me or not over the air compressor. The Apache's behind me, in case you're wondering what that looked like. There she sits. She's waiting on doors. So we gotta get into that. All right, so. What's up, Peace Man? How we doing, brother? So, you guys wondering what we're doing? We got a bunch of parts in here. I'll show you here. Bunch of parts. So we just did this door. I still got to do that door, this bumper, and that fender. So we got a lot of stuff left to do. Just got to do it. But one door down, which is a huge step in the right direction. So now it's 6:30ish. I got to get off of here. I'm gonna do the bumper next because it should be pretty quick. Try to get at least 2 things done tonight. Come back out here tomorrow and keep going. But I still have to drive to St. Petersburg, St. Pete. Pick up my wife at 9, so at the hospital. So. Yeah, it's like an hour drive each direction. Still got to do that. How we doing, Deladna? I'm butchering your name. I'm so sorry. I don't mean it. I'm just catching my breath, guys, before we get on this bumper. I'm going to set you back up, and you guys can watch me go after this bumper, and we'll start rocking and rolling. Hopefully tomorrow we'll prime and prime the doors, the bumper, the rear fender. That'll be exciting. That's the last of the bare metal parts. So that's an accomplishment. And hey, if you guys are watching this, hit that subscribe button for me. That'd be amazing. We are so close to 5,000 subscribers. I mean, we're literally right there. And we've been trying. That was my first goal for this channel like a year and a half ago, was to get to 5,000, kind of go from there. So if you guys could help us do that, we greatly appreciate it. It's just me and my dad building street rods. And yeah, so all right, guys, well, ain't nothing to do but to do it. So I think I'm gonna get up and get off my ass and switch out my paper one more time and start DAing this bumper. So let me set you up over here. So if it gets a little weird for a second, just bear with me. I'm just trying to set the camera up. Oh God. You know, might be a good spot right here. No, that's too high, isn't it? Can you see the bumper? Right there, yes. All right, give me a second. We're extending. We are in Spring Hill, Florida, which is about 40 minutes north of Tampa. Sorry for all the movement, guys. And girls. Whatever. Whatever. Alright. See, that's a little better. Can you see the bumper? You can see the bumper. Look at that. Alright. Front bumper, 58 Chevy Apache. That big ass truck out there. Over there, yeah. It's weird. When I do this and I point, and I look like I'm pointing at it, I feel like I'm, it's the ass backward. Okay. So, K Black, yeah, we're in Spring Hill, Florida, which is about 40 minutes north of Tampa. That's where we're at. In a very non-HOA community, because they'd fucking kill us. Yeah. So, here we go.
guys see me?
Okay, we did it. We did it. Oh, get you guys in here. Passenger door and the front bumper to the 58 Chevy Apache are done. Ready for primer. Gotta wipe them down, that's about it. That was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. No shit. Like a lot harder. Oh, man. Oh. Well, boys, if you're watching this, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you. We're here every night, 3 o'clock. Tonight I was late. I was 2 hours late, but I do get on every night no matter what. And you guys want to hit that subscribe button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. We're really close to 5,000 subscribers. We might already be there right now. I don't even know. I think I was like 12 away or something, something silly. But that was our first goal for this channel a year ago. Actually, we started November 19th of 23. So, been doing this for a while. Only been on the Apache for about 8 months, I guess, 6 to 8 months. Off and on. Just now starting to get to where we're just straight on the Apache and sticking on it. Good news, we are in the teens. We are, I think, 19 days away from ordering the Hyatt's Mustang 2 front suspension for the truck. And we're only like 4 or 5 days away from taking the cab off the frame. And then you guys can sit here and hang out with me as we bust this frame out and take it down, take all the suspension off of it, strip it, sandblast it, prime it, metal condition it, do all that, and mount our Mustang, Hyatt's Mustang 2 in it with the big Willwood brake calipers and all the things. It should be fun. And I think November we're getting the rear suspension. So the Hyatt's parallel 4-bar for the rear, and in shed that we're going to put under it. I might have to take it to Mosier's and have it cut down. Not sure. We shall see. We do go to Cincinnati every once in a while. My brother's up there, so it's not that far away. But just throw it in the truck and take it with us. I did ask him though. I said, how long would it take if I dropped it off at like 8 in the morning, a 9-inch Ford, to have it narrowed if I had the right dimensions? When it narrowed, the axles narrowed, new bearings and everything. He said it'd be $508 and it would be done by noon. If you drop it off at 8 a.m., we'll have it back by noon. That's great. I'm gonna go get some breakfast, go cruise around town, come pick that shit up. We'll be done. Get it in the truck and bring it home. So, might be a road trip. We don't know. I'm eyeing a motor right now. It's an LS1 5.7 out of a vet with 75,000 miles on it. But the money's right. It's not blown up, full motor. Doesn't have a trans, but that's okay. So, could be an LS1 going in this. We'll see what happens, but see where that goes. I'm talking back and forth with the guy, negotiating, but we'll see. But it'd be fun to have a Corvette motor in it. That'd be kind of cool. If it's not that, it'll be a 6-liter LS that will fully build here. Have the machine shop do their thing, and then we'll assemble it here on live with you guys. You watch us do it, and put a cam in it, probably one of those Truck Norris cams, and a good set of heads, and up the compression, put some good pistons in it, and do all the things, valve springs and all the stuff, and be kind of cool. New lifters and all that. Oil pump, high volume oil pump, those kind of things. So that could be exciting. That could be a hell of an engine. I mean, honest to God, that could be way faster than I think. So, see where it goes. Thanks, G. Appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button, G, if you ain't already done it. Help me out. I'm so close. I'm trying to get to 5,000. Yes, air conditioning. For sure going to have air conditioning. We are 40 minutes north of Tampa, Florida. It's 93 degrees right now with 66% humidity in the garage right now. Yeah, we're getting there. There ain't no way in hell I'm driving this truck without air. There's no way. No way. But yeah, definitely, probably vintage air. I found another company at the Street Rod Nationals in Louisville. In traffic. Yeah, in the truck, for sure. Definitely in the truck. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's no way. That truck has to have air. So, Vintage Air's got a cool kit for it, which you might do. Then there's another company, I don't remember the name of them. I want to say Be Cool or something, I don't know. But they were there at the Street Rod Nationals and had a big booth, and they had a kit specifically for that truck. And it was pretty slick. And the thing about it is, like, Vintage Air kits, like the boxes under the dash are pretty substantially wide. This kit was like this. It was nowhere near as wide, so it gave you more room for all kinds of other stuff if you wanted to do it. Like if you wanted a center console and that kind of thing, you can do it. A lot easier with this unit than the other. I mean, let's be honest. It doesn't have to be the best air conditioning in the world. It's air conditioning a single cab pickup. I mean, it doesn't have to do a lot. So it's just got to not let us burn to death. That's the plan. So we have had Vintage Air in other cars, liked it a lot. So that's a real thing that might actually happen. Speaking of things, there's a Volkswagen thing. Oh, guys. All right. Well, it's 6:31. I need to go take a shower and get on the road. I got to go to St. Pete. I will see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock. I will be here on time. You can expect to see us priming these doors. The doors happen. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button for me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the morning. Have a good one.